Hello beautiful Pisces and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane and I do your readings for Pisces. Woo, 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 woo. Busy today. Busy today. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes, you get those days where it's like, oh, wow. But I guess it was just to show me that, if you put your mind to it, you can juggle a lot of things in a day. You can do this, you can do that, and still have quality things going on. So I had the normal stuff of, cleaning and stuff, but snow fell down, so I wanted to make sure all my guys were out. All my guys were out working. So I wanted to make sure that they had a clean space to park in. So I started shoveling their spaces so they could park in it. And then I had a meeting with somebody about natural products at 4 p.m. And then there's this, and then there's that. Plus I had to do this reading. Plus I also have to prepare for one-on-ones with some of you, which is wonderful. But of course I need time, right? Everything takes time. So it was just like that kind of a day. It was like ping pong, ping pong. It felt like a ping pong ball. But the ping pong ball wasn't going out of sight or even crazy. It was just, had a nice rhythm to it. It is late enough in the evening, and I guess after this I still have a few things to do and I'll be off to bed. But it's been a very full day. But I've had to be, the thing about doing stuff, and I'm getting to it, Pisces, is that you have to be in the present moment when you're working that way. That's why most of the time when people have days like this, they go, I didn't see the day go by, and I had to do all these things, is because you have no time to marinate in the past or the future. You got stuff to do. So it's the right now, okay? So, getting to the point here, Pisces, the 3 cards that came out for this week is juggling. And then after that, it's intuition, healing, and then new perspective. So I actually took out the lights here, which I never do, to see the keywords for all of them. So for the 2, a need to balance many aspects of self, juggling obligations, equilibrium, seeking harmony. And like I said, Spirit has a way of putting me in the way of messages. In other words, they make me live your messages, right? So today was that kind of a day. I was like juggling, 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 and here I am sitting at the end of the day doing a reading about juggling. So absolutely. And then you have the extremely intuitive, highly attuned, emotional intelligence, love and compassion, sensitivity, strength, empathy, leading with your heart, and healing, which is, I think, the most important word. We were talking about that last week. The supermoon in Aquarius is going to be bringing that energy as well. So it's time. It's time to make that energy flow and do its thing. All right? And also surrendering to the will of the cosmos, which is the Hangman. An intentional pause, reflection, letting go, embracing the new, realigning with your heart and purpose, new wisdom found, spiritual teachings, enlightenment. Okay? So this absolutely is helping you. Okay? This adapting, this healing and intuition, again intuition taking a center stage, has been doing it a lot. Last week I had the card, my personal card for a Spirit, which was the 3 of Pentacles. It's not every reader's, it's mine. And then of course the Hangman. Not only is the Hangman a card of perspective, it's also a card of Pisces. Pisces sign is assigned to it, so that's wonderful. It's okay. We're going to do, I kept the Queen of the Moon Oracle as one of the decks I was going to use. I also keeping the Sufi Tarot from last week, and I brought out the Cozy Witch Tarot. I'm going to pick more as I go. I've already looking at the sign of the times, and I know it's going to be part of it. So I'm going to pick the one card from the Sufi, because it's such a beautiful deck. It has such gorgeous cards. Oh, and there it went. All right. So I fell to the ground. I did see it before it disappeared on me. It's the Ace of Swords, but you're going to have to go looking for it, of course, because like I had to go and look for it. This breakthrough is something that you've worked hard for, that you are working hard for. And the reason why is because you sense within yourself that this is going to bring some great energy along with it, right? It's cutting through the dark clouds. It's seeing the light. It's the victory and the triumph that you have been looking for, the beginning of that, right? It's a eureka moment. That's about as much as I can say about that. It's seeing the truth and understanding something fully once. It's starting to clear. The fog is starting to clear, and with it comes a lot of clarity. You're going to start being able to see where you're going and what you are doing. All right, so I'm going to take from, actually, the Cozy Witch for the block. How interesting. Okay, so it's another very thick deck. So what I'm going to do is just shuffle it this way. There we go. So what's the block? Ooh, 2, and Temperance is at the top, and the other one's right underneath it. So let's see what it is. Okay, so you have the Star. Have faith that healing is in the forecast. I love this because we were talking about healing, right? The word healing. Again, coming in. Temperance, let go of self-imposed limitation. I love that. So, there's going to be a little bit of work this week. You may have been stopping yourself in the past, and maybe you didn't even realize that you were, but it's definitely coming in the forefront of the work that needs to be done. And absolutely, this is what's coming in. That's what's getting cleared up. Believe that the healing's here. Believe that it's going to make a difference. Believe that it's going to bring in the breakthrough that you need, the things that you have been waiting or praying for. Okay? I love the balance of the indoor and outdoor here. She's sitting with like a cuppa, and then she's outside with her coat at night. I almost feel like there's a balance being restored. Of course, Temperance is about balance. And this, of course, the Star is 8, right? The Temperance is the 5. It's the learning. It's the understanding of things. Very nice. I like this. I like this pairing. I like it as a block because we can work with this, right? This is offering solutions. Maybe that you're thinking that, you're losing faith in what's happening, or maybe you were about to lose faith. Maybe you never thought that you'd get past those limitations because you were stuck in a cycle of repeat, okay? But I feel in this case that this is not the case, that you're doing okay, that you will be all right. Okay, so I'm going to take the Queen of the Moon Oracle for your ground and your crown. And then we're going to have to find more decks. The ground. Yeah, there's protection here, right? And a crown. And growth. I love the way that these are coming in like this. I feel that it does speak and tell a story for you, Pisces. This is your your hero's journey. This is how you're moving forward. And there is growing pains. Absolutely, you feel this, okay? It's not always easy to push past those limitations, to get past the protectiveness that you feel, right? You want to stay in a nest. You don't want to outgrow the nest, but obviously you have. You're still protected, obviously. But you need to grow. You need to get past this growth place to the place so that you can get to the enlightened place, the healing place. We're really going to be looking at that. We're going to be looking at that this week. February is starting to feel a little bit like they're pushing you to fix this. And I, like I said, wasn't aware until this morning that Chiron's healing and pushing you to heal, and the supermoon Aquarius is pushing you to heal, is coming in, but it's absolutely feeling that way. It feels that way. It feels like it's going, you have to figure it out now. You have to get rid of that albatross, okay, that is like around your neck. You need to face it, heal it, and figure it out. Okay, so I'm going to take a sign of the times for your before and after. Like I mentioned, I was going to take this deck. Let's take a look here. Ooh, and I just saw another deck that I'm going to be using. And it's the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. Haven't used that one in a while. Ooh, there's some decks that have been going by the wayside, so we're going to find them. We're going to bring them into the light, Pisces. Okay. So before and after. I know I'm not showing a whole lot of tarot decks, but I will bring some in. Patience. Also the card of Temperance. Yeah. The reason I'm doing all those sounds is because that I feel that you have yielded a lot in life to keep the peace. You may have swept things underneath the carpet. Let somebody else, lead the way or do the thing. You've had probably more patience in the past. And it's all the mothering. The 3 makes me feel like the Empress coming in, and it's like you've been saying, mothers are patient, they're tolerant, they're understanding. But I feel that time is done. I feel that it's with yielding to certain things. I know I was talking a lot about my dad last week, but I yielded to his bad behavior. I didn't address it. I didn't do as much as I could have because I knew that it was going to bring in a lot of pain, a lot of conflict, even maybe alienation and disconnection, a total disconnection. And as much as he hurt me, I loved him. And I had children, and those were his grandchildren, and I yielded a lot. And that kind of passed through when he passed away. I yielded a lot in the way that I didn't address how that made me feel. I didn't want to look on how bad he did. I just knew. So it kind of just sits and stays inside of you, right? It's you like to think that you're the bigger person, but with it is some scars, or some, not scars, but some resentments that sit So I feel that's in itself a very big sign that you're not yielding anymore. See that? See that? That's action. So we're not in this section anymore. But we're going to look at that. So what's coming forward for you? Let's see, Pisces. A balancing. A lot of balance, okay? Temperance. Temperance is also seen as patience and balance, okay? So you have almost the two sides of the coin for temperance. Let go of self-imposed limitations and bring yourself back to balance. In order to live in the light, you have to face the dark. That's just the way it is, right? So bring balance back in. I love that it's 3 and then 4. All right, so let me see here. There was a deck I wanted. Yes, it's right over here. Move a certain thing. Move a few things. Okay, I definitely want this one. Oh my god. Oh my god. I haven't used this one in a while. So, let's see the chakra. I'm going to take the book out for the week so we can use it. Beautiful Pisces. Let's see how others see you. And how you see yourself. Let's see. How do others see you this week? And it's kind of weird that I use this in this section, but hey, you know, whatever. Soulmate. Okay. This is different than a real, you know, the soulmate. Well, maybe not. I don't know. When it comes to twin flame, soulmate, all of those words, I don't hold much attachment to it because it feels that on every street corner there's somebody giving you a different definition for it. Here's what I feel when I see this card. Okay? I feel that there's a connection. If you look at this card, it's almost like this is you and this is the person. Like if I use my own experience, this is the person that came in and caused the problems, okay? The person, the situation, whatever. But if you see here, this is that swirl, right? To me, that's that swirl of light. You even see it in this deck for the Ace of Swords. It is, I feel, the spiral of knowledge. Spirals hold a lot of power. Tesla knew this. Even now, when they work with coils, you see that spiral DNA. There's a spiral. There's a spiral, okay? You see it in here. What I feel is that the reason of soulmate is that these people that come in, you may think that that person was never meant to be in my life, right? It's a soul mate. In other words, those contracts that you get into, those people that you shake hands with before you come here, they're your soul mates, friends, part of the same source. They're here on this journey as well. And I feel that what you can't see, your third eye can. Your spirituality understands. Okay? So, in this case, it's not other people that are seeing, that what others see, it's people who have passed, your spirit guides, that intuitive place, wherever energies, vibrations are, they can see the real story. They can see the mates that have come in, the souls that have come in to help guide you, to help teach you. Okay? So they see it. Now I want to know what you see. This is going to be really interesting. And this makes all the sense in the world. First of all, the card is blue. That is of the mind, not of the soul or the heart. It is the blue. And then what do you see? Vanity. Okay? Vanity is if you... Vanity exists in the physical body. This is not a soul thing. Okay? And I'm going to explain to you what I see here. What I see here is the hermit, the one who has this internal journey, okay, this inner light, this introspection, trying to explain the soul to a bunch of people who are just, you see that? They're very much of the world, you know, the pretty dress and the glasses of something. They're at a social event expecting a spectacle of some sort without really understanding what's going on. Now you say that this would be you. In other words, this is you. I'm not going to say that this is you in particular. I think they're bringing in an example here of saying there's a big difference between what you see with the eyes, what you're observing, okay, and what they can see in the soul. And it's up to you to find that, to understand that, to separate them so that you can have that breakthrough. I hope I didn't confuse you with this because it's coming in really clear, and it's not really saying that you're vain. It has nothing to do with that. It's just explaining that this is very much a body planet thing that happens here. It's like before you could see, this is the stuff that was going on, right? So I'm looking here at what it says in the book. It says, Crystal, Peter, and Mike are at a party in Mike's posh home, toasting success in their business. A mysterious old man appears and asks them whether they prefer gluttony or generosity. Puzzled, none of them answers. He reminds them that more does not mean better, and they laugh. Suddenly they are alone, far from the party, in rising water. We're getting more, cries Peter. Rain falls, and the water rises faster. Play, shouts Crystal. We must do well with what we have. As they begin to have fun in the water, the rain stops. We all say we will stop when we have enough. But there's never enough. You may be looking outside yourself for validation. And I think that's probably, that was just a little blurb story that's tied to that. And the keywords are fate, awareness, and transformation. So maybe this card as well is saying that you're moving away from that. You're understanding that more, or even norms of things that were expected of you, right? Was it this one right here? Let go of self-imposed limitations, self-imposed by yourself or by others because you were taught that way. You're moving away from this idea of more is better. You're understanding as well that the people who taught you this, or the people that came in and the situations that came in, they're, like I said, they're soul lessons. They were meant for you to understand and expand and move forward. Growth. I feel, though, this week, Pisces, I have to tell you, I feel like growing pains. I feel like you're doing fine, but it's got its moments where you're feeling, this is, this is taking a bit. All right, so let me pick another deck here, a tarot deck. I so want to take the Guardian Tarot, but that says a shadow deck, and I do not want to use that this week. I think it's going to be enough this week to just kind of figure it out. All right, let me see here, Pisces. Let me see what I can do. Is anything calling to me? I feel that it's what you can't see. What is it you can't see, my beautiful Pisces? There's a deck. There's the one. Let's see. The Wild Unknown. Yes. This is the one. I had to look for it because it's something I can't see. Let's see. So what's your hopes and fears in all of this, Pisces? What's your hopes and fears? Don't worry, we will go all in depth with all of these. They're telling me there's more to that. It's just, yeah. That you will be strong enough and courageous enough to move forward in what you want to do. Okay? That you're going to be brave enough and insightful and intuitive enough. Because again, this is intuition, right? I feel that intuition, your enlightenment, your awareness, and your courage in this year, they're going hand in hand. They can't be separated somehow. They need to live with each other. And courage is, I feel such, for me, when I think of it, and I think a lot, Pisces, when I think of courage, I think of it as something very human, right? I'm going to courageously do that. It's a very human, I feel, trait. But somehow they're telling me that there's so much more to courage than that. And somehow just the infinity sign, and it comes from inside. It comes from your chakras being in line, finding that power. When it's almost like when it meets up with your intuition, with your inner wisdom, your intuition, when they're both in line with each other, there's this combination that really crackles and creates something absolutely wonderful. So I'm hoping to get more clarity as we go in the year and get a lot more coming in with it. Okay. So what else here? Is there any other deck that I need to use for the rest of this reading? Yeah. Okay. Oh no, it was over here. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Not that one, not that one. Yeah, I know. I feel a little bit weird, off today. Not off because I don't know what to use. I just feel a little bit like I'm looking for things, right? I keep looking for different things. Maybe it's because that's exactly it. It's not exactly clear right away. All right, so I think this might be the after tarot. Or is it the before? Let me see if it's the before or the after. I think this is the before. Yep, that's what I wanted anyway. Okay. So let's look at the outcome, my beautiful. And yes, I picked some tarot decks near the end so that... All right, so you have the Ten of Wands as the last card, but this one is very different. As you see here, it's in preparation, right, to pick up those Ten of Wands. I feel more, the way I look at this card is that this is in preparation. This is making a choice. This is asking you to choose. Are you going to continue living with burden? Are you going to pick and choose what you're about to focus on? I really feel that with this one, because it's not the usual Ten of Wands. It's a very different one, right? He's paying him, and we were talking that more isn't necessarily better, and he's getting paid for it, and then he's giving him the instructions, but the decision hasn't been made yet. Are you going to carry more than you can physically carry, or you're going to decide that less is more, but less is actually okay, that it's not less for you, that it'll be fine, that it's more than enough. This is what I feel. This is what I feel. We're going to look at all of these in depth this week. And of course, there's a level of healing. There's a level of insight. There's a lot of perception. Okay, the Hangman came in. It's going to be a week of just digging in, digging deep, figuring it out. But by the end of the week, you should have a better idea of what you want to do, how you're going to empower yourself, where you want to go with this. Okay? So thank you so much for being here. I know it was kind of slow, and I don't think it was a weird vibe, but it definitely felt like you needed to take a moment. I felt like I needed moments here to kind of figure out not what the cards were saying, but to figure out what the heck was coming in. Like, what am I looking at? What is happening? Because this is the beginning of a breakthrough, right? It's like the beginning of it. It's not the full picture. Again, not the full picture. It's almost like the insights coming in, the healing, the decision making, the time to figure out, where am I? What am I doing here? And am I going to stay stuck in this nest that hardly contains me? Or am I going to continue to grow? It almost feels like an impasse. It does. It feels like an impasse week. So we're going to be looking at all the different perspectives of it, my beautiful Pisces. I hope you can join me every day. Please subscribe, hit the like button, comment. Let me know how your year is shaping up. We're already in the first week of February. How insane is that? And actually the week and a half into February, and this week. And what are you planning to do with this beautiful moon that's coming in? I'm going to be, if you're not a member, I'm just going to say this, okay? Because the full moon is coming in on the 9th, there is a video, last Friday's video was about the void of moon, which will be like the 8, or the dark moon, not the void of moon, but the dark moon, where you prepare your intentions. And So I'm doing that video. I'm bringing it to you. If that interests you, please click the join button and it'll tell you all the different levels, what you'd like to donate per month, and there's a video every Friday. Thank you so much, my beautiful Pisces. I will see you tomorrow. Take good care of yourself. Bye for now.